Hello, my name's Lee. And I'm Ned, and today we watched some classic TV. We watched The Flying Nun. Huh? That's what it's called, and that's what it's about. The Flying Nun from 1969. It lasts 25 minutes, and it stars Sally Field. Wait, Sally Field, Mrs. Doubtfire Sally Field? Yeah, that's right, that's the same actor. She looks different in this. Well, yeah, she's like 25 years younger. Oh. But let's get into it. So this is the first time I've ever seen an episode of The Flying Nun. Same here. A lot of these old TV shows we go back and watch, I've seen, well, a clip of them at least, or sometimes a full episode, or sometimes it's a show that I've watched religiously when I was younger. Yeah, like Inside Number 9. Okay, not necessarily, not exclusively when I was younger. But The Flying Nun, never seen it before. I've never heard of it. How does she fly? Well, I looked into this. Apparently, she flies because the wind catches her flaps and makes her what? You know, the flaps on her hat. Alright, and that's it? Apparently that's it. She can fly because of that. So, all the other nuns in this episode are wearing the same type of hat. How can't they fly? I really don't know. And also, she seems to be able to control this flying. She can like manoeuvre and steer where she's going. If it was just the wind controlling her, then she'd be blown across the country, across the world. She'd end up in the Atlantic Ocean, a victim of her own towers. This is season 3, episode 1, and we open with a little montage of Sally Field, the Flying Nun, flying. Yeah, and it's the strangest looking, most awkward looking flying I've ever seen. Yeah, I don't think it's Sally Field's fault. I think it's just the production values of the time and lack of effort. Well, I don't know. Anyway, after the little montage of her flying, it's the opening titles, that is, by the way. Sally Field, Sister Bertreel, she lives and works at an orphanage. All the nuns run this orphanage, and there's a bunch of children. Yeah, orphans, yeah, obviously. And the first time we meet her in this episode, she's playing baseball with the kids. Yeah, and there's like, I don't know, 8 kids and her, and they're all playing a game of baseball, and she's about to lose, but then she flies to home base. That's cheating. That's not very Christian of you, Sister Bertreel. Well, she does get told off for this by the Mother Superior. Yeah, that, just cheating, openly. After the game, some of the kids are complaining about the equipment they use. The bats are cracked, the balls are all frayed and worn. The catcher's mitt is no good, it's too big, it's too worn as well. Yeah, that Sister Bertreel says, it doesn't matter, as long as we have team spirit. And then the kids say, well, listen, we want to have an actual game. Yeah, so that's her task. She has to go and arrange a game against another group of orphans, I guess. I guess so. So she goes to see her friend Carlos, who runs a nightclub, and he agrees to sponsor the team, buy them new equipment, buy them new uniforms. Yeah, and we're about 7 minutes into the episode, and all of a sudden there's a studio audience. Yeah, I noticed that. There's like a little laughter cue. Yeah, and it's very subdued. The audience, you don't hear the laughter that much in the episode because it's not that funny. Well, no, but even then, I mean, you see programmes today where the audiences just laugh at every single line. Yeah, you're terrible. Yeah, but this, it's like very rare. In this episode we get some laughter, and when we do get it, it's really, really subdued. It's really quiet, as if like, you know, they're actually in a nunnery and they're scared to laugh out loud. It's weird, it really is. Carlos comes good. He brings out the new uniforms, he gives them to the kids, and another superior is shocked because in the front it says the name of his nightclub, and it also says dancing girls and drinks and all this stuff. Quite inappropriate, apparently. I'd say so. There's also this little kid called Armando. He's one of the orphans, and every time you see him in a scene, Sally Field, Sister Bertreel, is saying to him, tie your shoe. His shoe is always untied. Every single scene, yeah. It's a running thing. It's night tea off later. Well, let's find out. So, they're checking out their uniform, they're checking out the new equipment supplied by Carlos. They're all excited, they're all happy. Sally Field starts going through some hand signals saying, if I do this, it means nothing. If I do this, it means nothing. But if I do this, and she does another hand motion, it means something. It's strange. It really is. While this is going on, Carlos meets up with an old business associate. Yeah, and they make a debt. They say, I debt. Carlos says, I debt these kids will win this game. Let's bet a couple of dollars. And his friend says, let's make it $100. And then Carlos says, let's double it. So $200 in the hole if these kids lose. Friendly competition. Now Armando, the young man whose shoe keeps falling off, he is the lead pitcher for the Orphans team. And we find out the night before the game, he is to be adopted the next day. Yeah, so he's very disappointed. Yeah, I think the balance is off here because everyone's so upset he's been adopted, that he's found a forever home, he's found loving parents. They're more upset because he won't be playing the game. Yeah, so he says, well, I'll just stay and I'll play the game, and then I'll go with my new parents. But that's not a possibility, is it? Because the Mother Superior says, well, your new father is very important, and he's collecting a prestigious award tomorrow evening, so they have to be back in Los Angeles or wherever it is by a certain time. Yeah, so Hernando is so sad, even though he's starting a new life with rich parents. Yeah, well, it's the day of the big game. Sister Bertreel gives the team a big pep talk. They all say goodbye to Armando. Armando is very upset. Yeah, that his parents arrive and they seem lovely. They're really nice, they're professional people. They're really caring from the off. And they're like, well, the first thing we'll do when we go back to LA is we will buy you a new catcher's net. And they'll buy you a distal and a distal bat. And you'll play all the time if you want. But Armando doesn't like this. Armando says, nope, I officially retire from baseball. He's 6, yeah. So while he's saying this, he's daydreaming about becoming a professional baseball player. And he, age 6, or whatever he is on the field with full grown adults, a professional baseball team, and he beats them all easily. Yeah, and then he starts back to reality, and he gets in the car with his new parents, and they drive off to the airport. Goodbye. The game's going pretty well, but Sally Field's team is losing, mainly because one of the boys, Marcelo, is nervous about pitching because he's thrown to a girl, because there's a girl on the other team, and he thinks it's not right. I can't use full force. I'm afraid to hurt her. Yeah, and Sally Field says, just do it. So, yeah, so he does. And they're still losing though, but the game's not over yet. Nope. Sadly not. Neither's the episode. Sadly not. We got back to Armando in the car with his new parents. They've gotten about a mile from the baseball game. Not even that. Well, maybe not. I don't know. But they got a flat tyre. And they all get out of the car. And the dad is doing his best to resolve the situation, keep Armando happy. His wife's saying, it's okay, Armando, we'll get to LA. We'll get to LA, don't worry. That Hernando's just like, oh, I wanted to play baseball. So, cut to the baseball game, and Hernando comes running along in his little suit, and he says, I'm here to play the game. My new parents said they felt like ogres. Yeah, they've given in. They've said, right, let's go and play your baseball game. Yeah, but they're all smiles about it. They're very nice about it. I mean, this is their first meeting with this little boy. In this capacity, and they're probably thinking about returning him. They'll take another kid instead. This guy's too much hassle. Well, I thought when he came running up, I thought his new parents had said just go back to orphanage, and he came back all joyous because he could play baseball and still be an orphan. Yeah, that's not the case though. The parents come along to They come and watch the game. Armando goes up to bat. Yeah, he's a batter, not a pitcher. Well, whatever. He goes up to bat, hits a home run, even though his shoe comes off tires. Yeah, it doesn't pay off. It's just a little gag, a little callback gag. Yeah, it's weird that Armando still gets a home run, wins again. Carlos is $200 up, and the nuns are happy, the kids are happy. It's all good. After this, Armando does leave with his new parents. Yeah, that before they go, the nun says to him, to the dad, I mean, well, we know you've missed out on getting this prestigious award, which is probably got a cash prize attached. Maybe, or an honorary doctorate or something like that. So instead of that, here's a baseball that your new kid used in the baseball game as a constant reminder to what you could have won. I don't think that's the sentiment. But yeah, he takes the baseball, says thank you. They all leave. Armando's happy because he got his own way. Well, I was going to say because he got to play baseball. Yet, he's already spoiled. Everyone smiles and laughs, and that's the end. The end. Quite short, which is good because I wouldn't sit through an hour of this. Would you not? No. And also, she didn't fly. Oh yeah. She flew at the start when she cheated at her own little game of baseball. Yeah. What? I thought it'd be like, do you know, like, what's an old show you used to watch? The Hulk. The Incredible Hulk. Yeah, so I'm guessing every episode, the Incredible Hulk appears. That's right, every single episode, at some point, at least once, usually twice, David Banner, or whatever name he's going by that week, he will transform into the Hulk to get himself or get others out of a sticky situation. Yeah, I thought that'd be the case with the Flying Nun. Yeah, it makes sense, but she does nothing. Yeah. It's just a little story about baseball and orphans. It's rubbish. Season 3, premiere. You'd think they'd make a bit of an effort. Yeah, so what do you think? Would you watch any more of these? Nope. Okay, just like that? Yep. Okay, well, I don't know. I don't think I would watch. I wouldn't be in a rush to watch anymore. Maybe if one was on TV and I was flicking through and I happened to see it, I might watch it to see if she flies. Well, yeah, see if she flies and see what happens. See if there's. We'll see if anything happens, really. Yep. Give it a nice thought. Well, I wouldn't say that, but it wasn't for us. Nope. Nope. Absolutely no reason for this story to be the Flying Nun story. It could have been a story in different strokes or something like that. It probably was, to be honest. Yeah, right enough. So, thanks for watching. We're going to go watch more videos, hit subscribe, hit like. Thank you so much. We're going to fly. No, we're not going to fly. We'll see you next time. Goodbye. Bye.